What up, people? Welcome back to the Dugout Podcast. We're here with your boy Ryan Leaf. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, guys, the Premier League is back today. Whew. Yeah, guys, and don't be laughing at your man's lack of a fade. Please, just don't be laughing at me. I can't find a barber. Guys, this barber story is very touchy. We are loyal to our barbers. We don't cheat on them. It's very hectic. Like, we are loyal to our barbers. I cannot get a haircut. There's plenty of mandem that are down the road, whatever, or in the neighboring area that keep saying, yo, I cut your hair, bro. I cut hair. I got clippers. I don't trust y'all. I don't trust y'all. This is a sensitive thing for a man. So, I'd rather have long hair and look crazy and look just, I don't know, just look wild. But the reality is, I don't trust these normal mandem to cut my hair. So, yeah, just deal with your boy like this. Sorry guys, but let's get into it, yeah? Okay, so we've got two games in our hands today on Wednesday the 17th of June. We've got Aston Villa playing Sheffield United, and then we've got the big game of the day, Manchester City are playing Arsenal. Now all four clubs are playing their game in hand, so that means that they are potentially playing for specific bragging rights and their own individual situations. I think Aston Villa are on 25 points if I'm not mistaken, and a win against Sheffield United will take them out of the relegation zone. What do you guys think? Hit me up in the comments. Do you think Aston Villa are going to win the game against Sheffield United? Sheffield also have lots to play. I think they're a couple of points behind Manchester United if I'm not mistaken. I think they are sitting in 5th or 6th place. But the reality is that them winning keeps them within touching distance of a Champions League place. Now Sheffield United they've had a very impressive season under Chris Wilder, and I just think that they deserve a European place. They've played very well this season. They've been very compact, they've been tight, they've been hard to break down, they've been cutting open opposition, and they're very fierce opponents when you actually go and verse them at home at Bramall Lane. I think Chris Wilder's done an impressive job, and you know what, I'm not going to be surprised if Chris Wilder is actually involved in the Manager of the Year award candidates, because the reality is he's done an absolutely cracking job at Sheffield United. So what do you guys think? Who wins tomorrow? My prediction is that basically I just think Aston Villa are going to edge it. I think they've got a lot more to play for. I almost feel like Sheffield are on the beach. I know that Chris Wilder won't allow his team to drop their heads and to lose focus, but I just feel like they may want a Champions League place, but I just think Aston Villa might want it more. You know, they may want to get out of the relegation zone and just try and like win that game and just start a bit of a run to get them out of relegation and to secure their place in the Premier League. And it basically starts tomorrow against Sheffield. So I think Aston Villa are going to win. I think it's going to be 2-0 Aston Villa. Okay, game of the day. Do you know how much I miss this man?
Well, that's a brilliantly acrobatic save. Xhaka's corner, Giroud! Goal given! Wow! A game of margins, a game of thrills. Olivier Giroud leaps from the Arsenal bench and scores again. Drama from day one. This is the league we want to watch. Here is one.
Okay, so Manchester City are playing Arsenal. Game of the day. I am hella excited. How do you guys feel? I've been watching lots of Robbie and Troops on Fan TV, and they've been discussing how they feel about the game. There's been lots of talk about Mikel Arteta obviously being the correct person to come up against Pep Guardiola, as he's worked under him. He knows what Pep is going to do. He kind of knows Pep's tactics in and out, and they're saying that Mikel Arteta is the correct man to basically put Pep in his place. It's going to be a very cool game. That is the most interesting game of the entire day. And if I'm being honest, I mean, Arsenal, I heard Troops earlier saying that, it's just a friendly against Bradford, I think it was, when they lost 3-2. He said it's more about the fitness and everything. But some of the things the Arsenal players were doing, Lacazette doing taps, David Luiz flicking the ball over people's heads, that can't happen against City. the best teams will punish you. If Bradford punished Arsenal, what are Pep's team going to do to these boys? So I think there's no time for Arsenal to lose focus or lose concentration. I think that Mikel Arteta will drill into his players that they need to be focused for 90 minutes if they hope to get something out of this game. We've seen Pep Guardiola come out recently in the Daily Mail and say that his players aren't fit enough for Project Restart, and they're playing Arsenal today. You know what, guys? I think it's a bit of mind games. I don't believe Pep would have his players not be fit enough. I think Pep is one of the best managers in the world when it comes to being prepared for games. I think his preparation is second to none. And I don't doubt that his team are going to be fit enough to at least compete. I mean, we have 5 subs that we can also include in these games. So I think Pep was kind of just baiting Arsenal. You know what I mean? So I think it's a bit of mind games just to almost undermine Arsenal and basically say to them, hey, come have a pop at us. Essentially Pep's teams, they like it when you come out and play because they want to just counteract you. They break the press and they're very, Leroy Sané is back now, so they've got someone that's got devastating pace to attack the left-hand side. I don't know what the first team lineups look like. I wish I knew, but the reality is I think Pep's team are still looking scary. They've got a lot of players back from injury, sorry. And how's this? I was talking to one of my Arsenal friends and I was saying to him that this is actually the perfect time for Arsenal to play Manchester City. They were building a bit of rhythm before the lockdown started. They were getting some good results. They were building in confidence. And I think they've lost that now with the break. Some players are still working on their fitness. I think this is the best time to play Manchester City. It's the best time because when else would you want to play them? You wouldn't want to play City on any given day. You wouldn't want to play them after they've just won 3-0 or wherever they've come from. So I think this is the best chance for Mikel Arteta to try and get 3 points. I won't lie. If you ask me who needs 3 points more, it's Arsenal. It is Arsenal. Arsenal need to finish in a Champions League place. And I think getting 3 points put them in one step ahead, just to say, hey, we're still in the top 4 race. We're still here, we're still fighting for it. And it puts a lot more pressure on the teams above them. So I think Arsenal need 3 points way more than City do. And I wouldn't be surprised by an Arsenal win. I wouldn't be surprised by, if you're asking me what I'm expecting for tomorrow, I think the game might be very sloppy. I think there will be a lot of passes given away, a lot of key fitness things happening in terms of players' individual fitness being taken off at half time. I think both managers have not got much to be concerned about. I think Mikel Arteta knows exactly how to counteract Pep here. I think he knows exactly what to do to play against Pep's side. But the reality is I think Arsenal need 3 points way more than City do. They need 3 points if they're going to even talk about challenging for the top 4. So it's a very tight prediction. I hate being in this position because, I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong. This game is so uncertain. I just think Pep's the quality in his team will shine through. But the reality is, I think it's never been a better time to play Manchester City. So, a lot of players are back from injury. I think Aymeric Laporte is back from injury. I think Jesus is back from injury. I think Fernandinho had a bit of a knock before the lockdown as well. Kevin De Bruyne is back. It's going to be a tough game. I won't lie, guys. I'm extremely excited. I've got to be real. I am excited. How do you guys feel? Hit me up in the comments. Before I even go on, subscribe, like, and comment, please. This audio will be on the podcast as well. So thank you so much for all the 5-star ratings on Apple Podcast. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that so much. Thank you for all the follows on Spotify. This is the best football podcast in South Africa. Back to the predictions. So basically, I won't lie, guys. If you're asking me what I think the score is going to be tomorrow, I think it's going to be... Guys, I'm going for a 1-0 Arsenal. Controversial. I know. If you guys think differently, tell me in the comments. What do you guys think? I just think it's going to be a 1-0 Arsenal. I think Arsenal are going to take it. I think Arsenal wants it more. I think before lockdown, we saw that Mikel Arteta basically instilled a new drive, energy, almost like a desire, in his Arsenal team. We saw them closing down opposition whenever they lost the ball. They would close down much faster than usual. They would try and win the ball back quickly, and they would try and counter and press very quickly and very out the blocks. We haven't seen that from an Arsenal side for the longest time. And I think that Mikel Arteta is getting it right. I think he's getting it right. He's getting it right slowly. I think Lacazette definitely plays tomorrow. I think David Luiz and Socrates start tomorrow. And I won't lie, I think it's going to be a very, very, very good game. I think Arsenal 1-0. As controversial as that sounds, I think Arsenal 1-0. I just got this feeling that Arsenal are going to be sneaky. City have not got that kind of confidence right now from winning 3 or 4 games. It's kind of messed up their run. I think they just won against Real Madrid in the Champions League before lockdown. That would have given them major confidence. But I won't lie, I just think that Arsenal are going to get a sneaky, I don't know, like from a corner or a free kick. I just think it's going to be a sneaky 1-0 for Arsenal. So what do you guys think? Hit me up in the comments if you think differently. Let's have a chat. This is your boy Ryan Leaf on the best football podcast in South Africa. Thank you for watching the Dugout Podcast. Cheers guys. Have the best week.